Hi, this is Kate from Baba Ganache Recipes, and in this video I will teach you how to make farmer's cheese cheesecake. This is a traditional Ukrainian Russian recipe called Zapekanka, and it's honestly one of my favorite desserts ever. It's a lot lighter and fluffier than American cheesecake, and it's not as sweet, though you can adjust the sweetness by adding more sugar if you prefer. It is the absolute best, served slightly warm with a generous drizzle of raspberry sauce on top. This recipe is incredibly easy because everything is mixed together in one bowl. You don't need a mixer or any special equipment. You don't even need to bake it in a water bath like American cheesecake. I've made this so many times that I just eyeball the ingredient amounts and it always comes out great. Here are all the ingredients, but you can find the full recipe in the comments and description below. Start by whisking together 5 eggs, half a cup of milk, and about 3/4 cup of sugar. If you prefer a sweeter cake, use 1 to 1 1/4 cups sugar. Whisk until there are no egg white streaks and then sift in half a cup of flour, a pinch of salt, and about 2 teaspoons vanilla. Some people like to add raisins to their zapekanka, so you can add about 1/2 cup raisins or as much as you like, but I prefer to leave them out. Now mix, mix, mix. It's okay if the mixture has a few lumps of flour in it. Once we add the farmer's cheese, those lumps will be broken up. Like I said before, it's really not a fussy recipe. Alright, that looks good enough. Now we add 2 pounds of farmer's cheese. This is a 3-pound package I bought at a Russian grocery store, so I'm eyeballing here. Whoopsie! Once the farmer's cheese is in, use a fork to break apart the curds. Don't use a whisk here because you really want to push down on the farmer's cheese. It might seem like it will never come together, but continue mixing and stirring until you have a mostly smooth mixture. While we're mixing, let's learn how to pronounce the name of this cake in Russian and Ukrainian. Repeat after me. Zapekanka. Zapekanka. Very good. You should preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 175 degrees Celsius. Once the batter looks like this, grab an 8 by 8 inch or a 9 by 13 inch baking dish and grease it all over with unsalted butter. I just use a stick of butter in its wrapper so I don't get my hands messy. Make sure to get the sides too. Now dust the butter with flour, making sure to get all the sides. This will make sure that the cake releases from the pan easily. Pour the batter into the prepared pan and bake for 40 to 50 minutes for a 9 by 13 inch pan, or about 55 to 60 minutes for an 8 by 8 inch pan. The cake is done when the center is soft but completely set. While you're waiting for the cake to bake, you can make the raspberry sauce. Add 3 cups of fresh or frozen raspberries to a pot. Add sugar to taste. I usually add about 2 to 4 tablespoons to make a tart sauce, but feel free to double that for a more syrupy sauce, especially if you decided to make the cake less sweet. Add a couple tablespoons of water if you want to help the raspberries thaw easier, then continue cooking until they're broken down completely. If you want to thicken the sauce, mix together 1 tablespoon cornstarch with 1 to 2 tablespoons water until no lumps remain, and then stir that mixture into the sauce. It should thicken almost immediately. Remove it from heat and set up this strainer situation so you can strain out the seeds and catch the sauce into a clean, heat-safe container. I'm not sure why I decided to use such a tiny strainer. Use a bigger one, it'll be much easier. Once the cake cools down to room temperature, dust it with powdered sugar on top and slice it into pieces. You can get 9 very generous portions from this recipe or cut the cake into 16 pieces. Serve warm with raspberry sauce on top. This cake should be stored in the fridge once it cools down, but it reheats really well in the microwave. This recipe makes plenty of extra raspberry sauce, and it is amazing over crepes and pancakes, drizzled onto a yogurt bowl or stirred into an iced matcha latte. If you like this recipe, make sure to also check out my farmer's cheese pancakes recipe that I'll link to here on the left. And please subscribe to my channel to see more Ukrainian inspired dishes as well as easy dinner ideas and fun party recipes. See ya!